Moshi Moshi, welcome back to Nitrous Corner. Sorry I'm not doing my weekly manga and chill live stream. I kind of was out on the road all day with some clients and I'm just getting home. Pretty tired and I still have a lot of work to do, but I wanted to at least come out with a quick little video for you guys. So I thought it would be fun to do like my current manga reading log, what my current series that I'm reading right now, whether it's on the Viz app, whether it's an actual book volume in hand. Just kind of want to go through what I'm reading and what I think of it. So let's get into it. Hit the subscribe button and hit that like button. First, let's talk about what I'm reading on the Viz app, because these are mostly shonen series, obviously, that are kind of, they only have a certain amount of English volumes printed, or the app has like, weekly chapter releases, so I can kind of stay current and not have to wait for the volumes to come out. So for these, I'm actually just finished Chainsaw Man, which I loved, guys. I honestly very, very enjoyed that series. It didn't feel like a normal shonen series. It did, however, just finish, I guess, kind of, or at least part one. I think they're gonna do another part two. It'll be interesting to see how that goes, because the first part, I didn't really like the ending. It kind of felt rushed, or kind of just like, yeah, okay, let's end it like this. Let's go on to the next part. Didn't really feel that well planned out, unless maybe in this next part they kind of flash back, or maybe there's some of the people come back and they kind of go more in depth there. But really up until that last arc, this Chainsaw Man series had me completely bought in, completely. And I definitely will be buying the volumes at some point once they're all out, because I think there's only like maybe 9 right now. So I don't really feel like buying some and then waiting and buying more as they release. I'll just wait till the whole lot's out, because this one's definitely going to be printed for a while. Next is Phantomsphere. Now, this is another shonen series that is pretty early in its life. I think there's maybe like 14, 15 chapters out around there. I'm actually a few chapters back on this one, just because I really had been reading a lot of actual manga rather than the Viz app lately. But Phantomsphere is a really cool series and it has a lot of potential. I don't think it's really developed completely yet. I think they're still trying to figure out which route they want to take. But if you're into shonen series, this is definitely one you should check out, because I think it's going to become pretty big soon. It does have like a kind of Jiu-Jitsu Kaizen style aesthetic to it, with the whole like demons and ghosts and curses and whatnot. It's kind of got that suspense vibe to it. So I definitely recommend checking that one out for sure. Next we got Jiu-Jitsu Kaizen, which is one of my favorite series right now. I started the series when there was roughly like 70 chapters out, and I read 1 through 70 in probably like 3 days, honestly. I became completely infatuated with it. It's currently up to 133 right now. I do a live reaction reading video every Sunday, so definitely check that out. We have a cool crew of us that have a lot of fun doing those. But this series, I'm sure a lot of you obviously know about this. It's, just got an anime. Studio Mappa's killing it with the anime. The manga is, I'm not quite sure, maybe like 10 volumes. I'm not quite sure how many are out in English right now, because I just read it online. So I do plan on getting some volumes for this one as well at some point. But yes, highly recommend that one. As the hype says, you will probably like it if you like shonen series, but it also, like Chainsaw Man, doesn't really feel like a typical shonen. It has, some different story elements, some different character development vibes that you don't usually have with most shonen series. All right, let's get into what I'm reading for actual volumes, which I own. Start with this one. So I just picked up, if you saw my last manga haul video, I'll link it right here. I just picked up 1 through 7 of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I've only read 1 volume of it so far, but it was pretty good. It really reminds me of Watchmen. I don't know if you've seen Watchmen or you read the comic series, but it reminds me of like a Watchmen style of, the My Hero Academia world, where it takes place from these people that either don't have quirks or they don't have quirks that are particularly useful enough to really become a hero, but they still love heroes and admire like All Might and whatnot. So they become vigilantes and they create this group and try to fight crime, everyday crime on the streets. It's really cool, and I definitely am going to continue reading this one. There's 8 volumes, so I've got to pick up the last one, but this is one that I'm definitely going to continue reading. Next, we have one that I thoroughly enjoyed. This is another shonen series, Spy X Family. It's a new series. I think there's only 3 or 4 English volumes out right now. There's more chapters on the Viz app. You could read it on there if you have it and you don't have the money to buy the actual volumes. I just picked it up the other day at Barnes & Noble's just because I heard so much about it, and it's really good. It has like more of a comedy aesthetic to it that I'm not really particularly fond of in most series. I definitely like my suspense, horror, and action, as you know. But this blends typical shonen tropes well with comedy and kind of a slice of life aesthetic. I definitely will be picking up the next 2 volumes of this. And if you haven't checked it out yet, hard recommend on this. That is a hard recommend. All right, this one, honestly becoming a top 5 manga series for me. I only have 1 volume so far, but that's Mushishi. I loved this, guys. Like, it has the most chill kind of just cool, rainy or snowy afternoon. You just want to sit in, cozy up by the fireplace and read a manga. This is the one that you got to go with. It has the most vibing atmosphere ever. Like, when you read it, you just feel like you're like in serenity. It's so good. It is a little bit slower, but that is honestly fine because that's part of the charm of it. It's just like walk through the park on a Christmas Eve with all the trees lit up from your lights, and oh god, it has good feels, man, good feels. And I am, hopefully, fingers crossed, trading my way up to get the rest of the Mushishi manga lot. And if I do, guys, if I do, and you're watching it, and you're still here in this video, I may be doing a giveaway for 1 and maybe volume 2 as well. For now, let's get into the last one I'm reading. And that, my friends, is my number 1 manga series. My favorite manga series. Also has a place in the top 5 for my favorite animes of all time. Can you guess, my friends? Berserk. This series, guys, everything about it is just so good. The artwork, the covers, the character development, the action, the horror, and the suspense. Everything about this series is a perfect 10 for me, guys. Everything is a perfect 10. I just read volume 8. Whoever is watching this that has read the series, volume 8, huge volume, Guts, X, Griffith. Now I'm on volume 9, and I gotta say, did Griffith really do anything wrong? Did he, guys? Did he? I mean, you tell me. But holy shit, I've only read parts of the manga before after watching the anime for the first time. This is my first time reading it from volume 1, going all the way through the series. And there's so much in here that is just absolutely amazing. So if there's any manga series that I have to recommend to anybody, you know, that can handle the mature parental advisory content, highly recommend this one. This is my number 1 manga series of all time so far. Maybe once I get the rest of Mushishi, it might knock it out of the way. Who knows? Because Mushishi has kind of its own element, even not reading it, that makes it amazing. And that's the journey to finding it, the journey to getting all of it. And these are my manga.